People always ask me, where is the best place to live in San Diego? And honestly, my opinion is Encinitas. I mean, you get great weather, beach lifestyle, good food, good schools, and year-round sunshine. But is it perfect? Let's find out. And if you are a dog owner, stay tuned to the end because I have one thing I want to point out that might be a deal breaker. Encinitas was formed in 1986 when 5 different areas decided to come together to form the city of Encinitas. Cardiff-by-the-Sea is the southernmost part of the city, and it has the San Elijo Lagoon as its southern border. Old Encinitas has the downtown area along the 101 filled with shops and restaurants and Moonlight Beach. Leucadia is the northern end of the city and is the more bohemian section of Encinitas, and it is bordered by the Batiquitos Lagoon to the north. Up the hill from these is New Encinitas, which is, as the name suggests, newer than Old Encinitas. This is where you're going to find the big box stores, the grocery stores, all of your everyday shopping. Finally, Olivenhain is the eastern border of the city. This is a rural area. It's got winding roads and horses and farms. Encinitas, which means Little Oak, is a small city. It has a population of around 62,000 people. It's located 25 miles north of downtown San Diego, but with traffic, it can easily be an hour drive. Probably the first way that people would tell you that Encinitas is not perfect is that it is one of the more expensive areas to live in San Diego County. It has a median price of $2,125,000 for a single family home and $885,000 for a condo. But if you can afford it, Encinitas has a lot to offer. Encinitas is home to the Botanical Gardens, the Self-Realization Fellowship Meditation Garden, Moonlight Beach, hiking, and lots of dining and shopping. Encinitas also has a lot of events. They have a street fair every year in the spring and another around the holidays. They have a trick-or-treating event, a Taste of Encinitas event, a summer concert series at Moonlight Beach, and they're very into old cars. During the summer, they have cruise nights along the Coast Highway, or Main Street as they sometimes call it, which is also Coast Highway 101. And the car club members will bring their classic cars out for the public to see and park them on the street. And then every year, there's also the Wave Crest Woody Car Meet weekend, where hundreds of Woody cars come out to meet each other. And if you've never heard of a Woody car, I promise you've seen them on TV. They're the cars with the wood paneling on the side. And then also Cardiff has the Cardiff Dog Days of Summer event every year. And speaking of Cardiff, let's talk more about it. Cardiff-by-the-Sea, or Cardiff for short, is probably best known for surfing, and it is very much a surf town. Swami's Beach is an internationally famous surfing spot and attracts surfers from around the globe. It got its name because of the Self-Realization Fellowship Meditation Garden, which is on the cliff above the beach. The Self-Realization Garden is an ashram with beautiful gardens that are open to the public and are most definitely worth a visit. Cardiff is the most expensive part of Encinitas, and since it has its own zip code, we actually have data for this. The median price for a single-family home in Cardiff is over $2.3 million, and for condos, it's $1,157,000. Homes in this area are typically older and are a variety of styles, though I am seeing that many of the smaller, older homes are being torn down as they age and are being replaced with larger, more modern homes. The small downtown area of Cardiff is anchored by Seaside Market, which has been around for 40 years. Seaside Market is basically a gourmet grocery store. It has lots of prepared food, including the tri-tip sandwich that it is known for, which is affectionately called Cardiff Crack. VG Donuts is another staple in Cardiff, as well as Pipes Cafe, which is named after the surf spot, which is close to Swami's. To the south of Cardiff is the San Elijo Lagoon, which has some of my favorite easy hiking/walking trails in all of San Diego, as well as a nature center. There's also the Cardiff Reef, which is visible during extremely low tides and can be a really great place to go tide pooling when the tide's out. A section of the Coastal Rail Trail also starts in Cardiff, and you can follow it all the way up to Old Encinitas. This is a great walking trail with views of the ocean. I could see a really wonderful weekend adventure being to take a walk on the rail trail and then go hit the Cardiff Farmers Market, which is on Saturdays and has been voted one of the best in San Diego. And they allow dogs. I went recently and they had live music and a variety of foods and goods and plants and all kinds of fun stuff. The Encinitas Park is also in Cardiff and has a fantastic dog park. Now on to Old Encinitas. If we continue north on the 101, we get to Old Encinitas. It's called Old because it was founded in 1881. That's when the railroad first came through the area. The schoolhouse that was built in 1883 still stands today, and you can take tours of it and the city through the Encinitas Historical Society. As Highway 101 was completed in the 30s, the downtown area started to build up, and many of the buildings along the 101 are actually still from that era. They're Spanish style and Deco styled, and I absolutely love them. Today, there's like a bustling downtown with tons of shops and restaurants. There's a train station. But as amazing as this area is, we will now come to the second non-perfect thing about Encinitas, and that is the parking. The parking in Old Encinitas is atrocious. If you're coming into the area for one of the many events the city puts on, be prepared to circle forever to find a spot. I highly recommend cycling, ride sharing, taking the coaster, anything else other than driving. Next on our list is Leucadia. I always think of Leucadia as like the hippie part of Encinitas, and it does have an unofficial motto of keep Leucadia funky. If you want the beach lifestyle, but you want it even more laid back, Leucadia could be a good fit for you. Leucadia has older homes for the most part, as well as more shops and restaurants along the 101. It has a farmer's market on Sundays and 3 beaches, all of which are accessible via staircases since nearly all of Encinitas is up on cliffs. A newer development in Leucadia is Fox Point Farms, which is a farm-to-table restaurant and market, an outdoor space to have picnics, a wellness program that has things like yoga classes and events for the whole family. Panic & Coffee is also in Leucadia, which is inside of the old Encinitas train station building. Leucadia has an annual art walk in August, a summer music festival, Taste of Leucadia, and of course, the weekly farmers market. Leucadia is also where you can find my favorite farm stand. Encinitas Farms has the best salsa I've found, as well as fresh produce and baked goods. Next, we will head over to New Encinitas, and New Encinitas is exactly that. It's newer. This is where you're going to find all of your day-to-day shopping spots, Trader Joe's, Target, Sprouts, and lots of other big box stores, as well as restaurants and lots of other shops and businesses. You don't usually think of walkability being associated with big box stores, but this area actually offers walkability for some of the nearby neighborhoods. Homes here range from old beach bungalow style to newer subdivision style. I've always thought that living in San Diego is as close as you can get to like living in Hawaii without leaving the mainland. And I think Encinitas is the pinnacle of that. It often feels very tropical and it has like a super beach vibe all over. If you're looking for convenience, space, and great schools, New Encinitas could really be a perfect spot for you. Finally, we're going to head to Olivenhain, which is kind of a mix between Encinitas and Rancho Santa Fe. It's got the winding streets and the larger lots. There are horse properties and rolling hills and farms. It's definitely got more of a rural feel. And while it doesn't have the beach access that the other areas have, it's only 15 minutes from the beach. So you can feel like you're living in the country, but you still have beach accessibility really easily. What it does have is access to hiking, from horse trails that are all throughout the area to the Wildflower Trail. Manchester Preserve and Elfin Forest is just a little ways away. Olivenhain likes its events also and has a number of them, which mostly take place at the Meeting Hall, which is the oldest building in the area. They have a holiday market each year, as well as outdoor movies, Oktoberfest, holiday wine tasting, and Halloween events as well. As you can see, the different areas of Encinitas offer a little of everything, and there's really very little reason to even need to leave Encinitas. There's a Scripps Memorial Hospital in the city, as well as other medical facilities. It doesn't have a Costco, but there's one not far away in Carlsbad. But there's one other thing I haven't mentioned that keeps the area, in my opinion, from actually being perfect. The city does not allow dogs on the beach at all. Cardiff State Beach allows dogs on leash, but none of the city beaches allow dogs. They do try to make up for it with a number of dog parks, and many of their regular parks also allow dogs off leash at certain times. Is not being able to take your dog to the beach enough to kick Encinitas out of the top spot? I'm guessing not. After all, you can go to Cardiff State Beach or into Solana Beach, but it is a bummer. So whether you are looking for Walkable surf culture, funky local vibes, convenience and schools, space and horses, or laid-back coastal sunsets, Encinitas has a version of the dream for almost everyone. If Encinitas feels like a place that you would love to live, reach out to me. Send me an email, send me a text. I would love to help you find a home that will be perfect for you in this really great city. And if you're just not sure yet, be sure to check out my other videos on Pacific Beach and Oceanside. Maybe one of those beach towns will be a better fit for you.